Hi, my name is Linsdau. I'm a polar explorer and professional traveler. Today I'm going to tell you how I treat blisters while out backpacking and adventuring that develop on my feet. And this is the review of the best Band-Aid and blister treatment for feet that I know of, the Band-Aid Tough Strips. Let's check these things out. The Band-Aid Tough Strips. Now, you might say, what? You're gonna treat blisters with Band-Aids? What about moleskin and everything? Or duct tape? Alright, let me give you the lowdown from somebody who's done this for a long time and been in the most extreme conditions on Earth. I'm gonna give you what I use as a polar explorer, mountaineer, climber, hiker, blah 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 traveler. These are it. Before we get into that, if you wouldn't mind just hitting the subscribe button, that helps me bring this information to you. And also, please leave a comment below. Let me know how I'm doing on my videos. And also, let me know, hey, could you try out this product or give me an idea on how to do this, because I do a lot of adventuring and backpacking and climbing and polar exploration. I'm just going crazy out there. And you might have a question that I could possibly answer, so definitely leave a comment below or send me a message on Twitter. Check out the links below and I will definitely do that for you. Thank you. So when you get a blister on your foot, you're like, dang, how did this happen to me, right? So first let's talk blister prevention before we get into the I got a blister, now what do I gotta do? So blister prevention, this is huge. Now, in order to avoid blisters, you have to have a couple factors. One, you need to have dry feet. Dry feet are absolutely critical to you avoiding blisters, because once your feet get wet and they start rubbing in the socks and, you know, grinding out, oh, you will get torn up. Whoa, dropping stuff already. You will get torn up super quick. So if you cross creeks or do anything, if you have the ability to swap out shoes or boots, put on some water sandals, get to the other side, completely dry your feet off. That is huge. Now, blisters are caused by friction, and that's your sock rubbing against you, your foot rubbing against your boot, or your heel coming up and rubbing on the back of your boot. Oh my gosh, I get torn up constantly on that, and that's just a thing, how my boots always fit me no matter what I use. Now, also in Antarctica and crossing Yellowstone 3 or 4 times now, trekking through the Greenland tundra, I tend to get blisters and torn up on my heels. It just happens. It doesn't matter whether I've got my $2,000 boots from Norway or my Merrell boots or whatever. It's just that my Merrell boots are okay because they're soft, but it's just a thing of carrying a heavy backpack with my heel kind of grinding up and down. The problem is, as I'm hiking uphill, I need to loosen my boots. Loosen my boots so my feet don't hurt, but that causes my heel to become loose. It's this whole messed up thing, so it's a real problem. So number one, keep your feet dry. 2, ideally wear at least 2 pairs of socks. I use the right sock, W-R-I-G-H-T, and also Smart Wool. Love my Smart Wool, okay? And the Smart Wool is definitely the ultimate, but when I'm climbing in my heavy leather boots or my mountaineering boots or my double or triple liner boots, I always have my right sock and then the where are these? The Smart Wool. Yeah, I can't remember the Smart Wool socks. And that's what I use. I use that for 82 days in Antarctica by myself. I use the same combo crossing the tundra of Greenland by myself, where I was out there, no communication, no anything. If I got hurt, I was in real trouble. Okay, so prevention, yeah, number 2, wear multiple socks. Thin layers, stack those suckers up. Now the third is the moment you get what is called a hotspot. The hotspot is your last warning before you develop a blister, all right? So a hotspot is when you're walking along and it literally feels like somebody's heating up a part of your foot, and you might have already experienced this. If if you wear leather patent shoes or you wear high heels or whatever and your feet rub there, it doesn't take too long to develop a blister. So the moment you get a hot spot, you've got to stop and figure out what the heck is it going on. Is my sock bunched up? Are my feet wet? Or maybe it's just the way my feet are fitting in my boots. Nah, geez, that's where it is. So hot spot transitions to blister pretty quick. When I was doing my filming in, was it the Wind River Range this summer? Yeah, I was pushing it, trying to get down in time. I got a big old nasty blood blister under my toenail. Oh, I had to stab it and this fluid came out. It was disgusting. All because I was in a rush. I didn't take the 2 minutes to stop and manage this. So here we are. So I don't even want to have you treat blisters because they're generally super easy to avoid. And these are the best things in my experience to do that. People use this special heel tape, they use duct tape, they use moleskin. That stuff just sucks, okay? That stuff just sucks. I know the heel tape and all the foot tapes are actually really, really good, but they're expensive. You can't go down to Walgreens or Walmart easily and get that stuff. So I get these. And the tough strips, you want to get the cloth variety, but you don't want to get the waterproof ones. Now see, this is a brand spanking fresh new box. So we're gonna open this box right here. We're all on YouTube, because really you came to see a Band-Aid box opening. How comes this is an opening? Oh, great. Tearing apart the box. Okay, there we go. Here we go. So, comes with a nice pack of blister killers. Now, I know when I'm hiking that I get heels on my blister because blisters on my heel, because I know that the way I like to wear my boots is a little bit loose and allows my heel to flex so I don't hurt my Achilles, but it causes my heel to go up and down. It's just a thing. So what I do is I take these out just like a regular Band-Aid, but I guess I could just show you, why not? Got all this fancy gear. Let's check this out. So what I do is I take this Band-Aid and let's see if I can tilt this down a bit more. There we go. Okay, so we're going to turn around here. And I always get blisters right here, just because I don't want to hurt my Achilles, but then it rubs, so then it hurts it anyway. So as a preventative measure, the moment you get a hot spot, stop. And I just literally, the key to this is do not touch the sticky surface of the Band-Aid with your finger at all, but come out here gently, like this. Oh, I'm touching stickies. And I put it right on my heel at the spot where I know the trouble is starting or has started. And I always drain the blister so it sinks down and maybe my skin readheres. Now the trick to this type of Band-Aid is if you just kind of rub it like this, and don't pick it up. If you pull it off and reattach it, it won't stay stuck. And that's literally how I do it. This works on my heel. This has worked on where's my foot? On the pad of my feet. If I tore up my toenail, I put one of those there and it totally works. Now if the rub area is pretty big, I actually get a second Band-Aid out and I attach it here. Now why am I using these Band-Aids? So you can see what that looks like, and it works incredibly well. Now why am I using Band-Aids instead of moleskin and everything else? Because let's see, move my chair. Because the Band-Aid doesn't tear my skin apart on the sore spot. Now this is the thing, these tough skin Band-Aids, I've put them on my heels, trek through Yellowstone, they last up to 10 days on my heel. Duct tape, that stuff sweats off, tears up. Moleskin, you have to cut a little hole out, you have to have scissors, it can't be on the blister, but if the blister expands under there, it's like, oh, it's a freaking pain. This works so much better. Now, this type of bandage, boy, when you stick it to your skin, I wounded myself, got a little hole from a stick. I put that Band-Aid on there. Man, 2 or 3 days later, like, okay, let's just see how long this lasts. I pulled it off. It rips everything off. These are super powerful. Now, I'm not sponsored by Band-Aid or Johnson & Johnson. Johnson. I don't get money. I don't get free bandages, nothing. But this is literally how you treat blisters in the field. I've done it 100+ times. I don't even know. I've lost count. And this stops all the pain. I put the needle in the edge of my heel, right on the edge of the blister. Let the fluid go out. Just pat it down, clean it off. Don't tear it. But don't end up, I've seen pictures on YouTube where these people have these torn up feet. Don't do that. The best treatment for a blister is to not get the blister in the first place. The moment you get a hot spot, freaking stop. Bust out with the tough strip Band-Aids, put that stuff on there, and you will be in business hiking for, like Antarctica, 700+ miles. I put those on there. I changed them every 10 days or so. I know it sounds gross, but that's a lot of bandages to change anyway. So you put those things on there, and even on the bottom of my foot, as long as it stays dry. I've worn this on my heel through showers. I showered, I mean, they start to get tattered, but as long as you don't touch it or snag that Band-Aid and pull it, that thing will last a week on your heel as long as you don't snag it. They're incredible, people. So, can't recommend it enough. Best Band-Aid ever, super sticky, does the job. Best heel fixer ever, best blister fixer ever. I've never found a better product. Even the fancy tape, the moleskin, the duct tape, everything else is junk compared to these inexpensive magic pills for blisters. I hope you found this video enjoyable, entertaining, and valuable. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know how I'm doing. Just leave a comment below. And also, if you don't mind subscribing to the channel, that helps me bring this information to you. My name is Linsdau. I'm a polar explorer and professional traveler. Thank you very much for watching, and support me on Venmo, PayPal, and Patreon. Talk to you later.